Hi everybody, my name is Morgan and I am the new Youth Services Librarian here at the Radford Public Library. I am here to read the first story time that I'll be doing, and we're going to be reading a picture book called Madame Badobedah by Sophie Dahl and illustrated by Lauren O'Hara. This is actually going to be read in 3 different parts because this book has 3 different sections. It is a super fun book, and I'm going to be filming it a little differently so that you can look at the illustrations really closely because they're so much fun to look at. Fun fact, Sophie Dahl, the author of this book, is actually the granddaughter of Roald Dahl, who wrote Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Fantastic Mr. Fox, the BFG, and books like that. So I hope you enjoy reading Madame Badobedah with me. This is the book Madame Badobedah by Sophie Dahl, illustrated by Lauren O'Hara. Part 1, The New Old Guest. My name is Mabel. I live somewhere curious. It's called the Mermaid Hotel. My dad is the manager, but my mom is the boss. Our back door leads to the sea along a path of old men trees, battered and bent by the wind and salt. Rock thyme twines with thistles that spike your feet if you're barefoot. But I don't care, because I'm an adventurer, and adventurers are often shoeless. As well as bare feet, adventurers like Swiss cheese, the number 8, donkeys, and popovers. Yum, popovers. Adventurers don't like being told what to do, spiders, ham, and gym shoes because they smell like cardboard boxes. Mine are too tight. They sit at school in a box with all the other smelly gym shoes for company. I'm an only child. I can cross my eyes, and sometimes when I write, I get my D's and B's mixed up. My teacher, Mrs. Banks, says, "Mabel, your D is dancing to the beat of a B." And then she laughs. Bad joke. I prefer home. No shoes, more bare feet, and adventure. Lots of lovely adventure. So here's the Mermaid Hotel where Mabel lives. And we can see it's by the ocean, and this is the front door. Although the Mermaid Hotel is called a hotel, it's really a bed and breakfast. This means you get a bed and breakfast, but you have to make your own lunch and dinner. The hotel has bothersome seagulls that shriek on the sills, and a mermaid over the front door that I call Beryl in Peril because she's far from the sea, waving. And inside, little packets of marmalade and butter that I hide in my pocket because they make a good snack. But most importantly, the Mermaid Hotel has guests, strangers who come and go. Some are delightful, some are like ham. I am not a guest. I am a resident. I'm going to tell you the story of our most interesting guest. I was sitting under the front desk, minding my own business, when the bell rang. Ring! I peered up. She was old, with red lips. She was not alone. She had 2 dogs, 2 cats, a tortoise, and 23 bags, all clustered around her like a choir. I thought she might be a little bit awful. "Darling," she growled, "please remove yourself from under the desk and pass me my bag. The blue one over there, to the right of that terrifically ugly coat stand." "No, you frightful little child, not that one. Blue," I said. I passed her the bag. It felt like it had 10 gold bars in it. I might have given her an icy glare. No one had ever called me such names before, and I adore that coat stand. The awful stranger didn't say thank you. Behind her trailed the smells of old roses, spice, and vanilla. Her hair was red and crunchy, like a candy apple without the stickiness. She wore a cloud of feathers around her neck. Her head poked out like an angry ostrich, pecking for grubs. That was when I named her Madame Badobedah. Rhymes with ooh la la. a good name for the growly-voiced, suitcase-heavy, feather-clad guest, who I was 110% sure was a villain. 2 big trunks, 1 dressing table, the 23 bags, even the dogs had bags, 13 boxes, and hundreds of trinkets, all spilling down the hall after her. Good grief, all this stuff, my mom muttered as she and Dad staggered up the stairs. Madame Badobedah walked silently behind, arrow straight, carrying nothing but a cushion with her tortoise balanced on it like a precious scaly emerald. She slipped a toffee into her mouth. She didn't offer me one. We stopped outside room 32. Room 32 has a bedroom, a sitting room, 1 bath, 1 sink, 1 toaster, and 7 teacups, but only 4 saucers. Room 32 has an extraordinary secret too, but I'm not going to tell you what that is right now. I know this because I know all the rooms at the Mermaid Hotel, along with their secrets. I don't have brothers and sisters. I have rooms. A room can be a lot like a person. It sees stories and parties and lazy days and birthday cakes. And sometimes it sees sad things too. So with its secrets and saucers, room 32 now also had Madame Badobedah, 2 dogs, 2 cats, a tortoise, and Madame Badobedah's secrets, a whole heap of them. And here's an inside look at the Mermaid Hotel. If you look closely, you could even pause the video here so you could take a nice look at everything going on in all of the rooms. But that's room 32, so that's where Madame Badobedah is going to be staying with her bunches of animals. It was like a circus, my mom said later. Rude woman. Poor woman, my dad said. I wondered what he meant. Those trunks, Mom said. I thought those trunks were full of stolen gold. That dressing table was basically spitting jewels. She's not on vacation, I thought. Oh, this one is never leaving. I decided I'd better keep an eye out to see what that old sneak was up to. I'm just going upstairs to find a book, I shouted. In a spy costume? My dad asked. I'm wearing a raincoat and sunglasses because the weather forecast is varied, I said. Whatever you say, Mabel, Dad replied. When a guest comes to stay, I'm not allowed to go into their room anymore because suddenly it belongs to them and is private. But the hotel is, after all, where I live. A guest is just borrowing the room, really. So sometimes I peek through the keyhole a bit to see what's happening. Then I'm not just Mabel, but Mabel Spy. And spies spy. To be the best spy, you need to be really good at observing people, what they like, what habits they have. A habit is something that is hard to give up. I have the habit of biting my nails. Nails are so chewy and hard and delicious. I might also have the habit of picking my nose and wiping it on the wall. And after observing Madame Badobedah through the keyhole for a whole 3.5 minutes, I had a strong theory about her. She was, without question, an ancient supervillain on the run from the police. Her chosen hideout, room 32, the Mermaid Hotel. And if you pause here, you can get a good look at these illustrations again. I love the illustrations in this book. They're so colorful and vivid and just really fun to look at. And if you can see down here, her tortoise is with her. This was the evidence. The fugitive looked around the room. She pulled out a pair of ballet shoes from one of the many trunks. She kissed them. Clearly, she did ballet to get all limber for breaking and entering and for catapulting through museums in a catsuit. 2. A shopping list of strangeness exploded from her bags. A glimmering tiara, 1 ice skate, a Hawaiian lei, and a pack of cards. Curious. Number 3, the fugitive hid a pile of coins under her bed in a sock. She arranged the lei over it. She'd obviously brought it to remind her of her family, who were waiting for her in Honolulu in Hawaii. She'd join them when the coast was clear. Number 4, a police car whistled past in the distance. She sank down as though she was hiding. And then the strangest thing happened. Madame Badobedah sat on the bed and cried. I studied her for days. This is what I learned. 1. Madame Badobedah never went outside. Not ever. 2. No one knew her name. All the grown-ups called her Mrs. Mutter Mutter. They seemed invisible to her. We all were. That tortoise was the most suspicious creature I'd ever seen. He had beady little eyes, and he scurried around the corridors like a dizzy chicken. He ate bananas from her fingers, and bananas are revolting. 4. She did not say darling like anyone I knew. Darling. It was pure menace, whispered like an insult. She wore 2 pairs of socks on each foot. Underneath the socks, her toes were long and purplish with knobs on them. They were grim. They were, in fact, the toes of a villain. Since no one else seemed to care that we were living with a high priestess of crime, I realized I was on my own. As usual, I would have to wait for the chance to catch her red-handed. And that was the end of part 1 of Madame Badobedah. So check back, and you can check back with part 2 and part 3 of this book to find out what happens.